Hello everyone, today we're going to learn how to draw the front bearing cover. So the front bearing cover looks something like this part. And what it is it holds the bearing here. So here's a bearing. A bearing will allow the axle for the wheel to turn easily inside of it. And this holds the bearing right inside of it like this. And then this will clamp on using screws through these three holes and hold the bearing in place. And then the axle will be here like this, twisting as the wheel turns. So that's what the bearing cover looks like. It looks like this. So we're going to draw some sketches to help us with Fusion 360 work. All right, I'll set that aside. So first thing we want to do is we're going to draw the side view. So let me first of all say that this is the front bearing cover. And this is the side view. So it looks like the front view of the part, because you imagine this to be the front, but it's going to be on the side of the robot. So we're going to call a side view as looking on this way like this. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is I want to sketch this top view as just a circle. So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to put a dot here, and I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then about this distance to the side, and same on that side. And I'm just going to sketch in a quick circle. Now I'm drawing it a little bit bigger than what it is because I know my drawing is going to have a lot of stuff in it, and I'm going to want it a little bit bigger so I can fit all this stuff in. All right, first thing I noticed from my drawing is there's going to be 3 holes here. And there's actually 6 holes. There's 3 big holes. That's where the head of the screw will fit down in there. And then in the center, you can see that there are these 3 smaller holes that the screws will go through. So I'm going to start by doing a large hole at the top, like this big-ish. And I'm going to put an arrow to that, and I'm going to say that this is an inset for the screw head. So an inset for screw head, and it needs to be 10 millimeters. On the inside of this in the center needs to be a smaller hole, and this one I'm going to put an arrow to that one. I'm going to say this is the hole for screw, and it's going to be 4.5 millimeters. Awesome. Now I'm going to draw 3 more of those. So I'm going to draw one down here in the corner-ish. And notice how I'm drawing it with the circle like touching the outside circle, the big circle, and the smaller circle right in the center of it. Same thing here. I'm going to draw it touching the outside circle, circle in the middle of it. This is a little wonky. I probably should have drawn this one a little higher up. But this is a sketch, so I'm going to live with it being that way. You should do as well. All right, so I've got the measurement for this small hole, this big hole. These are all the same. And now I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to put a line here and do a dashed line down from here. And a dashed line down from here and line up this other line. In between those, I'm going to write 45 millimeters. And then put a measurement line across there. All right, so the whole size, this whole circle is 45 millimeters large. Now I could try to show this bevel here, this kind of angle, but it's going to be really hard to show on this drawing, so we're going to show it on the side view. So when we look at the front view, if we're looking at the front, we would be looking at this way. And what we're looking at now is a rectangular shape. We're not going to try and show the fact that it kind of rolls over the top. That would make our drawing really busy. So here I'm going to change my side view into a front view. And the way this looks in the front view is just a rectangle. It's going to be 6 high, just like that one is. So I'm going to start here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down. Yep. And then I'm going to go over some for this piece here. So I'm going to go over a little bit like there-ish. And then I'm going to come down for this beveled angle at a 45-degree angle-ish like this. And then come straight down, again sketching. And then 45 degrees. And then back over. Awesome. Now, notice that there is a hole in the middle. Let me see if I can't pull this thing back out. But I've got another one here. there's a hole here in the middle for the bearing to fit into. So again, from this side, it wouldn't be a circle, it would look like a rectangle. So I'm going to draw a dashed line rectangle. There, here, like this, and down. What the dashed lines mean inside of a drawing like this is that the thing that you're drawing is not on the surface. It's somewhere buried inside of it. So here on the surface, we can't see the hole. So we do it as dashed lines so we know that the hole's in there somewhere. All right, and actually above here, let's add this circle in here too. So I'm going to do a dashed circle up here, meaning that the hole is on the other side. So this is from this view, remember? The hole is on the other side here. And another smaller one like this. And so this outside, the bigger hole is for the bearing. The inside smaller hole is for the shaft of the axle of the wheel to go through. So I'm going to record that up here as well. Sorry we weren't done with this one. So this is the bearing hole. And if you remember from the previous drawing, the bearing hole is 22.3 millimeters in diameter. And then I'm going to do another arrow going into this middle one. And I'm going to say this is the axle hole. So again, it's a deeper hole because the axle goes through the shaft out the other side. There needs to be a place for it to be. And it's going to be 9 millimeters in diameter. So over here, I'm going to put a measurement line that's right here and here. And I'm going to call this 22.3. And then there's a smaller hole. Now this hole goes deeper. Notice how it goes deeper in here. So it's going to start at the bearing and go deeper in like this. And this one on this side, I'm going to put 2 lines here and call that 9 millimeters. Now over here, I'm going to do the whole distance. So from the top to the bottom, I'm going to do that as 45. Yeah, sorry, 45 millimeters. And now for this distance. So from here, the bearing hole, over is 3.4 millimeters. And then the next one that we're going to draw is right down here. So I'm going to put a dashed line down to here. From here to here, that's this distance from the end of the hole to the face, is 2 millimeters. And then from the bevel itself, from here to here, that is 7 millimeters. And we'll need all those measurements as we go to make this part in Fusion 360. That's it for the drawing for the bearing cover, or the front bearing cover. Great job, keep it up, and good luck, and have fun modeling in Fusion.